Pete, you hornswoggler, how you doing? It is literally us guessing cards from art going, I think that's that. All right. Okay, and we're here with Dario Perry with the fetching sleeves. Dario being a devotee of anima. And Lucas Kowalczyk, who's playing Phoenix. Dario's rocking the crab, as he's been rocking crab for quite some time now. A couple of years of crab dishonor. Yeah, I know, Pete, but I've been trying to avoid working blue in this family event.
I also don't like to take advice from a ginge, so I mean, I could give my inner monologue. I could
What do you mean
project
you don't
out.
take advice of the gin? You don't listen to yourself?
No, of course I don't listen to myself.
Fair
That would be
enough.
the worst thing I could possibly do.
Alright, looking like a solid gold start from Lucas. Not brilliant, but neither is it terrible. That Bamboo Harvester's XP isn't the best, but
No, a bad turn 2 buy, but
yeah.
an even worse turn 1 buy, which is a play I made recently.
Dario buys 3.
Okay, so Dario's got
Goes
us pretty
through.
well set up here.
Chicken Sensei rocking it with that +1 gold. Now he's given a sadistic choice. Do you lose honor or not? Pete is, of course, referring to the struggle between himself and Peter Smith to be regarded as the official Irish Pete. Or the real Irish Pete. In this case, he is the other Irish Ginger Pete this year until they meet again in the field of battle. Dario's gold looking pretty strong. Oh yeah, that's going to be a monster turn. He's just going to flip out the 2-4 Crab Courtier, reduce the gold cost of all holdings by 1. Well, they enter play for 1 less gold, and that gold is going to slide out smooth as silk. Yeah. Have you spotted this, Lucas? Is military or is he honor?
I really can't tell. At
I
this
really
point.
haven't seen.
I think all we've seen so far are pretty much holdings. And,
Yeah.
Holdings.
Pretty much. He's keeping his cards close to his chest.
Yeah, he's playing this one pretty tight.
Yeah.
Pretty tight. He's not giving anything away.
No, very little. We're about we're guts of 10 feet, and behind a pillar, so most of our sound is deflecting away.
Okay, so
Gold's up. Okay, looks like military from what he's doing.
Continues to be a very exciting game.
Well, look, if he guts a guy out too early, he's just walking into a bunch of dishonor. So why do it?
Yeah. Plus, he needs to bulk out his holding so he can avoid the sensei anyway.
But now it's going to be. Oh, look, he's going to be walking into your guy's dishonor. I mean, Dario can start affording to buy a slander or to dishonor a guy. So. Yeah, he's going to buy himself a holding, which now bows to be naughty.
Yeah, I think this one's going to go pretty far south pretty quick. Dario's going to be pretty well set up by the time Lucas gets anybody on the board.
Well, what Lucas needs to do is he's playing military is to flood out a bunch of guys now and try and run Dario over before Dario plunges him.
He's got to consistently get 3 to 4 guys every single turn.
Yep. Dario considering the Slanderer buy versus buying Giro. That's right, all the gold. Yeah.
So Dario was the witness to one of the worst misplays of all time in the Aldershot Kota, in the final of the Aldershot Kota.
That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I had to stop typing to pinch my nose.
Hearts stopped. Mouths were wide open at this.
Oh, it was incredible.
At the level of play of that final.
It was a sight to see.
It was a scientific. It was a display. It was just a display of expertise in all things L5R.
Yep.
How to not read cards. How to miss.
Oh look! Oh! And that is 3 guys. Well predicted. Kuni Takaneo, and then 2 fattish Phoenix, and he's got 2 skill wizardry, so he's going to flood this board.
And now we're going to go back to real time.
Yeah, just about.
Yes, the missed player did take the title home that day. It was an unfortunate situation for Dario. Even I did my best. I did my best to mess that game up, but unfortunately, the deck was still good enough.
Most expensive dishonor in the environment. Slanderer bound dishonor guy.
Yes.
Lucas is going to start dropping with alacrity now.
Yeah, this is going to be a very steady slope downwards for Lucas.
Dario's just going to lock in the clock now, and he's going to start burning him. And the question is, does Lucas run the meta for this? I mean, going to this environment, you got to be worried. It's Europe. There's going to be dishonor.
I think they should stop the match. I mean, Lucas has already lost 8 points of blood.
Yeah.
It'll be anything but a barn burner.
Lucas actually using his backing season continues, wondering, are the token followers from Jade Edition, Rattling Pack and Shigaru and a couple other ones. That's why they're, such a nice red.
Showing your experience there, Owen.
Yep.
That era was even a little bit before my time.
Oh yeah, that was back in Jade. Case is not here now.
Yeah, very little American presence here this year.
Very small, like Greg Wong and Danny Danny Torrent-Tate, and
Not many more.
well, Reese and John Zinser and Rob Vo.
Yeah, there is an AEG presence here for
Yep.
sure, but as far as players go, the field is few and far between as far as Americans are concerned.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm just looking at this turn going, yeah, he's like, Dario could easily have 6 honor loss on the board there, plus hand.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
Lucas has got to look at this in terms of, I am only
two
going to
holdings
get...
again.
He's got a famous Bazaar, so it's not
that famous
terrible.
needs to do him a really good service here. Or else he's going to be in trouble. He's on -1. I mean, he's in a difficult position here. I mean, he doesn't have a board presence.
Yeah, but if you look at Dario's defense is down to, he's got 1 Makoto. That's it. All those other guys are just chump blockers. Now, he really can't chump block with...
No. They are not expendable resources.
Oh, no, what those guys are, the 2 guys, once they've come in, they've done their job. They're a destined guy, and he's also, he gives a holding ability. He could chump with him all day. He does not matter. But them being dishonored or re-honored does a little. So... what Lucas can do here is Lucas can try and leave his dishonored guy at home and just go in with the 2 honorable guys and try and force an honor gain out of the situation.
Yeah, Dario is exceptionally well set up for the rest of the game. In
yeah,
fairness,
he's
Lucas
got big honor. He's got big honor losses. He's like, Lucas is up against it. Not saying he can't do it, but like he's going to need to steamroll over Darius. He's got to take one this turn. If he doesn't take one this turn, he's so much trouble. We'll see if we can. At the moment, we're just watching this is the main event, so we'll see. I mean, it comes down to what people want to see, and I assume people want to see the finals. So we'll see if there's stuff going on later after the main event's finished. We might do a bit of that. Dishonor setting itself up now. Is that 0 in his province strength with Kuro's? I think it is.
Looks like it. Well, he gives himself some outs here. I mean, that 9 province strength going down to 0, that makes a huge difference because that's what Crab are going to rely on in the early game to give them the turns that they need. But I think even at this point, I feel like even at this point, Dario can afford to lose 1 province, and still he has the production. He doesn't want to, obviously, but he has the production. He can get a more established board position if he gets a good draw next turn, a good flip next turn. All right, I think we're going to see a little bit of action here.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's make or break time. I'd have to check what the full attendance is. I wouldn't be shocked if it was around 170, but I'll say. Like a 170 overall. There's 71 of the main, yeah. Yeah, Greg Drew. Ring of Earth. Oh, you hate to see it.
And there goes the province.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a nice flip from that Bazaar there. He got an extra personality, getting another body on the board.
Can't buy Chicago though with the honor light.
Oh, and that's not going to serve Dario the best.
But on farmlands it'll look silk, I think.
So what do you see Dario's line of play being here on?
Dario's going to nuke him in the face and probably drop him. Might drop him down as low, depending on how many cards he wants to blow from hand. He could drop him down to -10. Then Lucas has a bunch of tough choices, which is probably split for 2 and then not take 1 and then go for 2 the turn afterwards. If Dario does it that fast, I mean, he's going to explode from this point. The wrong guy. The bad guys are upside down who you'd rather not be upside down.
Of course,
the brilliant cascades are going to start taking their time. Dario was looking through his hand. He's calculating, okay, what resources what extra gold do I have to activate my economic stuff? And I mean, he's got a gentleman who's going to buy himself a significant amount of extra honor loss. Because he's going to blow some economic actions and he's going to recycle them now with the 15 gold invest guy.
The environment, reading Crane as being a heavy presence in the environment is not necessarily wrong. I mean, we've had a lot of Crane in this tournament. Crane is the highest represented in the main tournament. It just seems that Crane hasn't had the hasn't had the power enough to break its way into the top of the field. I think everybody's well enough prepared for the Crane deck.
Dario only did 5 that turn, but I'm not sure how much Dario is going to do him during his own turn.
Yeah, if he decides to defend, it's going to be a different story. You're looking at oppressions. You're looking at dropping him somewhat in the battles.
Well, it depends. I mean, I can see. Yeah, Dario's going to have to put him slightly on the clock here, but that's okay.
We do have some clan breakdowns somewhere.
We do. Up at main desk, I believe. Actually, let me just see if I can check.
I think the clan breakdowns are on the Facebook page, so you can find if you find the 6th ring Facebook page, the clan breakdowns should be there. But yes, heavy representation from Crane. I know from yesterday and today there's definitely a heavy presence of Dishonor, Scorpion Dishonor and Crab Dishonor.
Not sure yet, Pete.
That, of course, is the main reason why we're all here.
Oh, yes, no question.
The Team House Leader Tournament.
Hate Letter looks astonishing. You have to see the art. It's amazing.
So yeah, we're okay. So Dario's trying to lock out some of the possibilities for Lucas here in attacking. And he's VTD'd for the Shigenta trait, so that spells can't be cast. So he's putting himself in a position here where we can actually defend this turn. It looks as though he's going to commit some guys if Lucas does go for an attack.
Well, Lucas, he doesn't have the time.
He doesn't have a choice.
Like even Dario has less dishonor holdings than I thought he did, but even still.
All right, big decisions coming up here for Lucas. How is he going to go about taking these 3 last provinces down? A lot of calculation going on here from Dario's side and from Lucas. It's always a cagey proposition figuring out what how much honor you're going to lose in these battles.
Very much so. Like, it all depends. What's Dario running? Is he running ramifications? Cut or where? Like,
is he running the suite of battle actions that are going to drop you down?
Because he hasn't played much yet from his hand.
No, it's an unknown factor in the game.
Yep.
Well, we can be sure of one thing. Unsettling Gathering is not going to be the deciding factor in this game.
Seems unlikely.
All right, so a lot of slow turn this one.
Yep. Well, muck this up, it's game. Clan breakdown is 4 crab, 14 crane, 10 dragon, 9 lion, 5 mantis, 8 phoenix, 7 scorpion, 5 spider, 9 unicorn. Dario checks his hand.
Lucas also both sporting almost a full board of hand.
Yeah.
Mantis Blitz is currently doing quite well, as far as I know. Andre Rin is rocking Mantis Blitz.
3 into the 0 province.
Okay, so now it's going down.
Yeah. Does Dario want to cost him anything? That's to analyze the game.
Okay, so
2
he
defend.
commits his 2 defenders.
He wants to get 2 actions off.
Yep. And there's the first one, as predicted.
Yep.
Ramifications, send him home, lose 2 more honor.
Yep. But they're just 2. Some guys are blanket forest. No more send home.
No more send home. That's going to be an interesting one. That takes out oppression.
Yeah, and that's possibly a 4-point honor game for Lucas if those guys are stuck there.
With the still honorable guys there.
Oh, interesting now.
This could be a bit of a tie turn. That was an unexpected one for me anyway. But
well, Lucas now he's using Makoto, so Lucas has to lose 1 because they can't move.
And there it is.
Yeah,
so
there's a 4-point game.
The 4
and squash the province.
and takes the province. Interesting proposition here now for Dario.
Yeah,
He's got to play his way out of this corner.
Goes to -3 with the honor game. Dario has 17th on this turn.
All right, so we've still seen an from Dario's hand, to be fair.
Yep. But I think his hand was mainly sent home if Blanket Forest shut that off so effortlessly. The tissue paper-like defense of the Yasuki always been an issue. That spell negating that 9 province strength.
I think that's the big tie turner here. I mean, when you don't have that 9 province strength, you absolutely cannot defend. And it breaks all of the momentum that he was trying to get from the very beginning. He had a great economic start, really good start to this game, and that 9 province strength going to 0 is just going to crush his chances of winning. So -9, it could be a bit irrelevant at this point.
I don't know. It depends how much Dario has, and depends if he has any more blankets or not. Game of dice. Ooh, Dario wants some more cards quite badly. But yeah, now's the turn to get them. I want to see what's in his hand.
All right, so we turn back over.
Yeah.
Interesting to see a Phoenix at this level. I was under the impression that Phoenix were a little lower down on the power level than the rest of the clans.
Depends how much spells are doing for you. I mean, they're up against it in some level because of ETD, but nonetheless.
So environmentally speaking, on
Yep.
what do you think is going to come out on top? What do you think is
Overall.
Overall.
Dishonor has a lot going for it, but people are aware that there's got a lot going for it, which is always an issue for it. And there is good meta available. I just don't think people are playing meta. I can see Blitz doing some stuff in this format, because if it has a bit of a game against Dishonor, you have kind of a game against everything.
And what about Honor? Is Honor just completely
No,
shot?
Honor's got a game too, and it generally makes life pretty hard for Dishonor, but the format is kind of weird because we've seen less tournament. This is our first real Along the Sand tournament. We aren't seeing all the effects of some things, because there's a lot of strong Honor game cards in Along the Sand, and there's there's Victory, VTG, there's a number of cards that throw things up in the air a little bit now. Yeah, Grown Rift cutting down his options for a combined attack. And another honor point hit.
Not so critical at this point, I don't think. He's got a good selection of guys that he can bring into the fight.
Yeah, except like Dario could potentially in here try and plunge him this turn. Now,
Well,
that requires taking him down to about minus 23, so it needs Dario to rustle up another 11 points of honor loss, which I'm not sure he's got. But Lucas has been playing turbo conservative, not splitting at any point.
No, he
So,
hasn't needed to. And
no.
to be fair, I think it's been the right choice. You have to guarantee yourself those provinces in order to make sure that you have that clock. Do you make the split here, though? Do you try to put all the pressure on right now? I mean, is he going to drop him 8
He's
points?
got tons of pressure on, so he doesn't actually need to split. If what he does is goes for 1, the problem with going for 1 is Dario knows he's got 1 turn left then. If he goes for 2, he forces Dario to do stuff. But if Dario has a decent hand, and he doesn't know if Dario has a decent hand or not, he might completely flub both. Because he doesn't know. He blanketed forest. If he has another blanketed forest, he could roll that way. But if he doesn't know the quality of Dario's hand.
That's true. He's got to assume there's an awful lot of battle actions there, though. If Dario's
He's
willing
got to
to
be
give
assuming,
presence-
because Dario has not been dropping them outside the phase. Dario's got
Yeah.
6 or 7 cards in hand. Actually, 5 was the favour, I think. He checks in his card, pal.
Seeing what he's up against, seeing if those battle actions are in there.
Known for his nail care, all right, Pete. Known for his nail care. Got to shape those cuticles.
Are you a big proponent of male grooming going?
I'm not a huge one, but I understand the appeal. We have not seen Dario's hand. Proverbially, they've been played close to his chest.
Yeah, for me, the only answer I see for the another blanketed is some other terrain, and encircled is probably the option.
Well, when you get 9 province strength, the circles starts to look like a good pick. But Lucas has been reducing Dario's province strength to nothing every turn, so.
Yeah. At least removing the blanketed gives you the option to drop him. So what do you think about the representation, or the spread of representation of the clan zone?
Well, I think it's sort of representative of what's currently going on. The ones that are being perceived as strong, you're seeing a lot of. So Crane, Dragon, Phoenix, yeah, I can see all those be. Well, Phoenix not so much, but A lot of people like Phoenix, so that counts as a great deal. Scorpion 7, maybe a little underrepresented for how good they are. Crab at 4, Spider at 5, seems about right. Unicorn at 9. I thought Unicorn would be more flavour of the month.
Yeah, honestly, I thought Lion would have a heavier representation in this. Lion were very well represented in the grinders yesterday. It seems like a very solid deck, and it does have a very good game against the Dishonor matchups.
Yep.
So I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised to see no Lion up here in the top 8 or top 9.
Yeah, another province down.
So another province down.
So
yeah, so it's going to be a very hard, a tall task for Dario here.
really difficult.
Yeah, I don't see him coming out of this one.
He's got to put him down to about negative 23 and then
24.
survive a turn.
Yeah.
Not impossible, but difficult.
And that doesn't help.
Most of the guys he get is not what he wants at the moment. This is not the set of turns that Dario would want to see.
It is a crab deck after all. I mean, the switch could still be on. Yeah, Fate has been a cruel mistress to Dario today, especially in this game. Killer early start, and then just completely killed his momentum. No draws, no good draws.
Well, Code's Whisper has been huge, absolutely huge in this matchup.
Yeah.
Making the province string 0, massive.
So Dario drops it to minus 14. Yeah, Cohen's Whisper has definitely been the
yeah.
It's been the backbreaker
MVP,
of this one. So minus 18, he's still gonna. It's looking like he's gonna drop him, but he's still got to keep that province, and that is going to be a very tall.
That's going to be the difficult part here. If you dropped him a turn earlier, yeah.
Well, then he's got a prospect then.
Yeah.
He's got prospects. But I was chatting to Dario before the game, and he says historically he has always lost the game after lunch. So Fate, it appears, was not on his side.
As some men argue, don't eat, stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry for victory. Don't let yourself relax.
Me, I just have a slight bout of comatose after eating, so I'm not really. I feel Dario's pain.
That's some pulled pork. The low carb options are tricky to find around here.
That's it. And some exceptionally fast play here.
Yep.
Okay, so end of turn. We're minus 18 for Lucas. He's still not under.
It really is not.
And Dario has got it.
The problem with the encircled is, right, he has, if Lucas has a 3-4 sky left, he can leave. He takes the province. That's the killer.
Unless he gets oppression off as well to boost his province strength back.
Yeah, if he oppressions, yeah.
So he would need basically 3 oppressions, and the encircled, and to have the encircled stay in play.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, keep presence throughout all of that, because oppression's going to be removing your presence every single time. So.
There's a lot of bodies here.
A lot of gold. Egapan coup.
Egapan coup. Ouch.
That's going to be nasty. That's going to remove at least one.
Yeah, probably
one piece of
Makoto.
presence. Oh, and Dario comes right back and takes it out.
Yeah, you know what that happened. That would have been crippling.
Yeah, he needs to have enough presence to be able to play all the actions he needs.
Yep. See, they haven't really fought a battle yet, apart from that one that Blanketed Forest put a hasty end to.
Yep.
So we haven't seen Dario's hand. We haven't really seen Lucas's hand.
And there comes the concession from Dario.
Yep. Yeah.
So just not enough in the tank there in the mid game.
Pardon?
Just not enough in the tank in the mid game.
No.
His
no.
deck didn't do many favors. His dynasty draws didn't do many favors.
No, it didn't have the fade either. I mean, it didn't have the answer to the blanket. It didn't have the answer to the cons.
Yes, the concession was a ballsy play.
It was. That said, given they're both on 4, they were at 4-0, so Lucas now through. Dario's on 4-1. Dario's still well in position to get through. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dario would like to say that he had 1 send home too few. I can certainly see that. It's interesting what cards hung around from Can's Defiance. Blanketed Forest, you know?
Yeah, Blanketed Forest is an odd one. In an environment where movement and force reduction is so important for winning battles, it seems like it's a bit too influential, a bit too much of a blanket effect.
Yeah, but with the change in terrains, you just need to play some terrains of your own to counter it.
Will do, Pete.
Alright, and we're back with Christian Wolf and Hans de Mol making a return. Let's see if Hans's Lion are still strong. Because we got the mirror here, don't we? Christian's playing a Lion and it looks like Hans playing
No,
Lion.
Hans is Mantis.
Oh, Hans
Hans
is
playing
oh yeah,
Mantis.
Hans Mantis, yeah. So
So a
Mantis.
good military and military matchup
Yep,
here.
yep.
First time we've seen it on the display today.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no, we had Blitz.
We had Blitz versus thing. But it is interesting. Now, it's interesting. A lot of chat in the stream about American versus US play styles.
You mean US versus European?
Oh, sorry, American versus European, yeah. And it's really a difficult thing to talk about because there are some differences in the willingness of European players to play meta, for example. But the other thing you got to remember, America has a more homogenous ability to communicate. Like everyone speaks English there, everyone goes on the one forum or the same clan forums. They all use those forums. European players will exist in a smaller community. Like it could be a very big community like Spain, but it's still a small community that they just speak Spanish. So a percentage of them aren't able to communicate with the rest of the playgroups. So it can be smaller, more diverse playgroups. And there is more of a tendency to play meta.
And the thing is, we know from playing in Europe for years and years now that our micro environments evolve in totally different directions.
Yeah.
When we go to international tournaments, you see that the Spanish evolution of the environment is totally different from the Irish. We like to think we usually have a handle on these kinds of things from the results of Gen Con, the results of different things. But you can get completely sideswiped.
Yeah. Gen Con's no predictor of Europe.
No.
No predictor of the European Championships or the World Championships at all.
And there are a lot of things from the American philosophy that I do like to incorporate into my decks and my deck designs. Back when I was a heavy tournament player. But the European environment is it's always going to be heavy with meta. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's always going to be a bit more. How do you call it, Owen? Would you call it sophisticated? More sophisticated?
I think it's more diverse, and as a result of that, you'll see a couple more unusual things happen in it. Decks you wouldn't think would do well can do well in a smaller environment or a different environment, where their natural predators aren't there. So much like the Dodo, you can have a strange deck thrive in an environment that then dies off and it hits a far fitter decks.
Yep.
You know, or part of an unusual survival strategy that helps it survive in what should be a kind of a niche small deck explodes in a big scene.
And I know you've had quite a bit of success when you've gone over to the States for Gen Cons and whatnot.
Yeah.
So for you, it has translated pretty well the philosophy that you take in your
Yeah,
deck.
well, you get the surprise value there, where you come over and you're like, okay, well, you're playing much more mid game than a lot of us, and you stall out the game to the point where, actually, suddenly this is a real factor. Okay, not an ideal flip for Christian, however.
He gets his Suana Dojo, so he still has.
He's against Jade Pearl.
Oh, Jade Pearl, sorry.
So he
Gets
sets
his Jade Pearl,
himself
so
up.
He's still okay. So he gets his bookkeeper as well. He's going to have some sort of an economy. He's just got to make sure that, do what he can to get the best second turn flip to keep him in the game.
How's it going, Suzume? Suzaku. I'm seeing Saruchi, another archer up there, and a bit of gold. Saruchi, go bye-bye.
Hello, right back to you, Suzaku.
Solid enough gold start. He's got the option of 3.
All right, so good start there from.
Yeah, solid start.
This
This
is going to be critical for Christian. He needs to get a solid gold start here.
He really does.
I mean, with that acceleration from the Mantis deck, you really do need to be right on money.
Yeah, there's a voice of experience there, but that's all I'm seeing. This is not good.
This is probably not going to pan out too well here.
No, and I think every one of those lines is 5 gold. You do not want to see that.
Yeah, a bit of a heartbreaking second turn there. Okay, so this is going to be This is going to be interesting because Mantis now, he has the potential to increase his economy,
Oh,
get
yeah.
bodies on the board, and he's going to be putting the pressure on soon.
Well, he's got to get like 6 gold worth of holdings produced, but then he still has enough to buy a personality. No question. It's going to be extremely tough. There's a hole. Christian is in a hole here. And
Yeah.
I mean, this is the first time we've really seen a screw draw. Because the thing is, right, with the way the mulligan is, you're not seeing people not getting gold. Yeah, not getting gold turn 1. But you're seeing people having awful gold flips turn 2 if they don't get a flip that sets themselves up.
That's it.
And what's worse, sometimes the turn 3 production stutters quite badly. So you're starting to see different types of gold screw from the standard gold screw. You're seeing, new types of gold screw.
It's from my perspective, back in Gold Edition, we had a similar problem. You had to get your turn 1 gold and your turn 2 gold, obviously.
Yeah.
Turn 1 was far more critical because you didn't have a cycling. You didn't have any type of cycling. What I feel they've done now is they've basically shifted the environment that we had in Gold Edition just to the second turn. So we have the exact same problems. It's just shifted 1 turn later.
Exactly.
Yeah, so this is going to be a really tough proposition from here. I mean, we know that Hans' deck is playing attachments. We know that he has a good economy. He has had a good start. He's going to get bodies on the table. He's going to get the pressure on really early, and Hans is going to lose a province this turn. I don't think that's that's in question. Honestly, the best environment that I ever played in was with Border Keep Bamboo. Border Keep Basic, Bamboo, maybe even Bamboo XP. Bamboo XP is fine. Border Keep XP was not fine.
No.
But that environment, that was one of the most consistently playable environments. You could live through a gold screw in that environment.
You could.
Right now, you are just, and it's oppressive. It's gold screw on turn 2 is just oppressive. You cannot make a move. So here we see the attachment from Hans. He's going to go after the province.
Oof, yep. He's loading up for Bear.
In he goes.
Christian has got to be thinking about, I got to defend this. Got to try and claw the game back. And I mean, it won't even, let's say, best case, he kills Hans' unit. Still doesn't get him back all the way in the game.
He's still behind. So far uphill. He's got so much.
But he's got to be considerate. He's got to be thinking, I may just have to block this and hope I can bluff it out. Check my hand. Do I have the options?
Well, the thing is, where's his economy going to go with the holdings he has right now? With 3 provinces, he'll produce as much as he will with 4.
Yep. He has to be thinking. I got to stop the rot. It's just going to destroy him otherwise, and he's got to be thinking about it. And it's a bad position. It is a bad position. So, but he's thinking, can I survive it?
To answer your question, Pete, the best environment I ever played in was Celestial Mantis.
Just he couldn't bluff out the naval.
Yeah, I don't think that's not a bad play from Christian.
No, he didn't.
You have to let that one go. You have to give yourself a chance to get bodies on the table, and hopefully this flip is going to be the make or break one for him. Well, and yeah, that wasn't too bad.
That's 2 guys. So 6, 7. Yeah, it's 2 guys.
He can't be thinking to really attach anything.
No.
I suppose he's going to have no spare gold if he attaches something. So for me, I see it just going straight through to Dynasty and trying to buy his guys.
Yeah, but he's staring down the barrel of that range attack monkey, and
he's trying to get some protection. Okay,
yeah.
That's fair enough.
So we're going to buy 1 guy and hope.
1 guy gets some protection. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, 2 guys.
2 guys. Yeah, it must be 5 gold. 2 5 golders.
Okay.
Or more 4 golder.
Take her easy, Pete.
See you, Pete. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I don't know who's the guy. It's from Line the Sand.
Yeah. All right, so another interesting turn here. Are we going to see another attack? Does the Mantis player try to press the advantage? Does Hans try to press it? I think he does. Yeah. And he's already decided. He's pushing his guys in. He's going for the face-up personality in the province. And now this is it. We're going to have an interesting battle here.
He's got him.
Yeah, this is getting him back into the game. Even if he takes huge casualties here, he's going to have a chance at this game. Because
more and more brutally, Tito's got a range 3. He's got 2 Titos, so defending this, it's going to sting.
It's a rough prospect.
And he got Sons of Gusa as well. Whew.
So weighing up his options here, Christian. Trying to see what the optimal line of play is going to be. And there's Victory Through Deference, going to remove the ranged attack.
Say so.
Limit the options.
Doesn't have the invest though, draw a card.
And he gets his additional battle action. So a lot of choices here, a lot of things to worry about.
Mantis still has a range 3 to range 2 after even though stripping that.
Yeah, he's a prickly prospect there.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking, what do I do here?
So there it is.
Thing of the line, is it?
Yeah, it's way of the line. So he's going to use Fear Effect to destroy.
Kill the follower, yep. Leaving the Mantis with a single range 3.
Not a bad play.
No.
He's put himself in a good position here because.
It's the range 3.
He's going to lose a guy. That's fair enough. He's got force reduction left on the board, and he hasn't got a stronghold, unfortunately, but he does have force reduction here. And he's put himself in a good position.
Yeah, there's the penalty, the force job.
Something like a creating order here, a ring of air, or something to straighten that unit will definitely be. Okay, there we go. There's the straighten. So he's got his ranged attack. He's already used his.
He's already used ranged attack on that guy.
Thoughtless Sacrifice.
Thoughtless Sacrifice. Well, great card.
Well, yeah, good play. Good play.
Great card.
Tell him to keep his hand above the table. Yeah.
Time to run away.
Action. Trying to save his last guy. Okay.
Moves him back in.
This could be the momentum swinger. This could be the thing
It'll
that
help,
shifts it.
but the problem is, right, the gold is still the big disparity.
And
there
again, moves him away again.
Yeah.
Is it worth investing another card to bring him back in?
Oh, it is, unfortunately. You know?
Okay, so he bounces from the province. But he's given himself a foothold in the game again.
Yeah.
Christian's he's played himself back into
the
game.
he's taken out. He took out the big unit. Like, there's no guy with 2 Gusai followers anymore, which is, pretty important.
Yeah.
5 force, yeah. Nice.
And this is where the again, the economy, the lack of economy from that turn 2
Yeah.
is really going to hurt Christian, because he's not going to be able to afford a Yuma XP.
No,
and the other
he's got
body.
13 gold to work with here.
He's still under a lot of pressure.
I think you're 7 gold because that Kano.
Yeah, it's Kano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a voice experience and he buys Ayumu, and then at least Ayumu can tactician for 6 if need be.
Yep, that's true. It'll be a rough prospect dealing with a 10-4 Sayumu.
Well, Christian needs to pull some stuff in.
So
Trying to
he's
check
checking
the
the
old
discard
discard pile.
Becomes a bit more relevant with VTD. I
It
guess,
really
these
does,
days.
and all the discipline around.
Yep.
That's the format shifting on you. Yeah, Black and Skies would have made that battle just a touch different. The only disadvantage for Christian is he wasn't able to parlay that into an attack this turn.
No,
so he's got to build again, and he's got to hope that he can win another.
Pressure. He can't gain the tempo enough.
He's got to win another defensive battle now.
He does, and in L5R, winning defensive battles is, that's a tall order. So he's gone for Kano. He's left a Yumu in the provinces. Probably the best decision. Keeps his stronghold up.
Yeah.
Gives himself at least outs for the next battle.
But he's still up against it because I mean, Taido's still there if he really wants to. He can pitch a card and naval range 3, which is brutal.
Yeah.
With still a pile of force left there.
And the removal in the last battle of Miura, the naval, the lion naval samurai, has given him somewhat of a he's definitely not going to be able to prevent the naval now.
No.
The question is, if there are more attachments coming, is there going to be a split this turn? Is he going to really try to press?
I don't think he splits. I mean, it's too tight now. With his advantage is economic. He wants to basically flex that. He could make 4 guys. He could potentially buy 4 guys this turn if he wanted to. So he's much better off going with 3 guys into 1. You know, no point splitting this turn. You're going 1 guy against 2. No, you don't want to give the line anything. You want to basically, you want to extend your lead. You want to take 1 province, flood out 4 guys, and go. It's 7 on 2. It's 4, like 2 guys into 4. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
You just secured a game for yourself.
Yeah. So here it is, exactly as you said. Owen. Exactly as you said it would play out. Went for the 1 province, took a Yumo out. Big threat. Want to get him out of the game completely. So there he goes for it. No defense from Christian. Probably the right decision at this point.
No, but like he couldn't. Well, he could, but playing with fire, like because you're both looking at a situation where you both played out quite a lot of your hand last turn. So how much do each of them have left? Yeah. And he's looking. If I do this, I completely lose the game. I might be okay now. I don't think he is, but he's only enough for 2. Interesting.
And the thing is, with 2 unprotected guys, he doesn't have a lot of options. Okay, that's.
He's leaving some gold open.
He left the stronghold open last turn, I think, in case he wanted to...
dropping attachments. He's got attachments that he wants to play.
In my experience, Mantis has always been a sticking point for Lion.
Yeah.
Just generally always been a really, really tough matchup.
He's grabbing the favour, but at this point, gold. He's going to start seeing gold, and that's just sucks.
I'm just not sure how much the favour helps him at this point.
He's probably thinking, I badly need some edge. And I don't think it's enough of an edge, but
he does need the removal. He needs some sort of removal. He needs to get bodies out of there.
He might want to keep the stronghold open as well.
That's true. Try and get himself out of range attack range. Range attack
that could be it.
Territory.
Drop a follower and thinking, well, a 3/4 spud on his own is just going to get sniped with a naval attack.
It's true.
He's probably thinking, can I defend next turn? And if I do, what do I have left over? He's going for the attack. Yep.
Interesting.
It is.
Very aggressive play. I mean, I'm a big fan of aggressive play, but this seems like a reach.
The thing is, Hans lets it go because he's got to pay a card to recover from bowing out unless he's got Conqueror, and he doesn't have Conqueror, so that's fine for Hans. That's a wash for Hans. It means
exactly.
It means
Hans
Christian has one less card.
Oh, and he's going to try and
He's
bring
gonna
him
try
in
and
or get
him
some
in.
cards.
Yeah.
And again, if you've got Satoru Sensei, which you do have some extra momentum coming in here.
So he pulls him in.
There needs to be a bit more to it than this, though. I mean, he's going to have to have maybe an additional determined challenge, maybe another coward. He's going to have some way of dealing with more than one personality, because he cannot have 4 guys rushing into him next turn. He just can't. You can't stand under that weight.
Boost him with the stuff at the stronghold?
Seems like it, yep.
Kano at 7 is very expensive, but
he is.
Tactician has exploded in cost this edition because of the reduced impact of fake cards. Discarding a card for +4 force is actually nearly a good battle action.
Yeah.
And with Voice of Experience is down, that's a 5 or a 6. That starts to get into, for the fallen country.
So decisions to make here for Hans.
Hans can let this go because he's not taking the province at the moment, so Christian needs to play another card.
Yeah.
Or use his Satori Sensei and...
Well, the Satori Sensei, he's got to be very cautious with Satori Sensei, because if he brings that additional body in, number one, he's exposing that body to something, and he doesn't have it for defense in the next turn.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got nothing for defending next turn, which leaves himself open to basically losing 2 provinces, because Hans has been playing like he has attachments in hand.
Yeah, and there's absolutely no reason to suspect he doesn't. Always nice to see people not disagreeing with me.
Yep.
Okay, so here comes the next
Determined challenge. Oh, it's all the marbles. Now this changes the complexion of the thing quite a lot.
Now it's not about taking the province anymore.
No,
it's about doing as much damage as possible. Which is probably always the plan.
Yeah, but I'm just looking at that going, that is still 3 more guys at home.
Okay, and there's the send home, I guess.
No, that's Unholy Strike.
Unholy Strike.
Melee 2.
Yep. And now the Tactician.
Tactician sudden movement put him up to a 10 force.
Yep.
Oh no, more, because he's Tacticianing in 2 Voice of Experience to put him to 12.
So he's gone up to 12 force.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, and there's a creating order. That
hurts. That hurts because Christian is throwing cards into creating this situation.
He's thrown all his eggs in this basket.
And when one, stung.
And now he's pulled in so much force.
There you go. That's a shake. Yeah. It did. I mean, I don't think even if he won that one, he got Treachery to Seed a lot. He had to heal a lot of outs from that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that match if Christian gets a better gold start.
Yeah.
If he gets a better economy on turn 2, I'd really love to see what the matchup turns out.
Yeah, that turn 2 flip was. not recoverable.
It's just harsh, and there's no way back from it.
No.
You've lost that momentum. You cannot get it back.
And Hans played well to get as far as he did, but it just meant that he had to keep getting lucky, and Hans didn't.
Well, you can recover from it if your opponent isn't playing the aggressive deck that
Yeah.
Hans is. But the pressure that he was put under from that moment
Yeah.
was too much.
Yeah. Yeah, the pressure he's put under is huge because you got naval range attack guys coming in. You just
To be fair to Christian, the back and forth that they did have in the game is a testament to his abilities.
Yeah,
He did come out on top in some battles. He did play those defensive battles quite well, and defensive battles are always against you. And
he is. He could win a couple of battles, but winning the war was economically unfeasible.
Yeah, just never going to happen.
Do you want one of them from the table?
If they want to.
Who else want a drink?
I'm good. I'm good.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Star brand.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, thank you. And we are joined with Hans the Ball. How's it going, man?
Good, but I don't hear you in my headset.
No problem. You won't. You know, that complexity is beyond us today. Okay, so go on a bit. So, how'd that go, Hans?
It went pretty well, but
Yeah.
it was mostly due to a bad start
Yes.
of my opponent.
We were looking. Our analysis was from the second turn gold flop.
It was, yeah,
He was up against it, and you got the initiative of the matchup, and that was pretty much
exactly.
all she wrote. You know.
Yeah, that's it. The idea of the deck is to take tempo, because with the 2 gold and Mantis,
Yep.
take that third turn with a cavalry follower, take the third turn province, so I'm in
Yep.
front of the province trading. And when Lion then gets a bad gold start, there's I even got up to 42, I think.
So you're always looking to parlay 6 gold turn 1 into a 12 gold for turn 2 into a flood.
Exactly, or even with 10 or 11 gold first
Yeah.
turn, it's good as well. Just get a guy in a holding second turn, then go for an
Yeah.
elephant or a camel, and go swing.
Yeah. Has Ty Cubbin, the new guy from Milan, the Sand, the range 3, the naval range 3?
Yeah, I love her. No, she's great.
You see, like that seems to parlay quite a lot of.
No, she actually makes the deck because now, even if they take away cavalry, they're
Yeah.
not that inclined to defend. Even though discarding a card is a bitch, but
Yeah.
they're not going to defend because they may lose their guy.
Exactly.
So I'm very happy with that one. That kind of makes the deck.
Seems good. Seems good. How you find the tournament so far?
Very good. No, I enjoy it. Actually, I don't play that much anymore, except for tournaments. So I'm very happy to be here and do a lot of games again.
Brilliant stuff.
And the hall there is amazing. It's
It is a fantastic
it's
hall.
a
isn't it?
fantastic hall. I don't know if the people at home can see it, but
No, we've done a couple of sweeps of it, and it is the beautiful old, really old school kind of
yeah, I don't,
huge wood beam architecture, 15-foot high ceilings. It's
yeah,
all good.
all painted.
Yeah.
And, no, it's very nice, and it doesn't get, even though it's in the basement, it doesn't
Yeah.
get too warm in here.
No, nice and airy, plenty of space between the tables.
Yeah,
You're able to move
tables are
around.
big, chairs are excellent.
If anyone remembers some of the experiences in Germany or Metz,
I've been in Frankfurt,
Yeah.
which was that was a long time ago. There was, I know, Samurai or even
yeah,
earlier.
Frankfurt was an experience in rubbing your crotch or ass against somebody
Yeah,
all day.
yeah,
You know.
and the numbers, I think. Well, I've been to many places, but this is it's a very good venue.
Yeah,
I
this is
like
an
it.
excellent venue.
And
Yeah.
the bars.
And it's a bar right
Yeah.
beside. Excellent.
No, I'm very happy with the place and your organization here.
Excellent. That's really good. Excellent.
Nice.
Good talking to you, man. All right.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks.
All right, gonna.
I'll get these up first for you.
Yeah, we're just going to take a look at the second chance standings now. They're on round 5. They're cracking ahead.
This is the main event.
Yeah, so we've got the main event now. So main event's popping up first. Lucas is on 5-0. He's through. Whoa.
Bart.
Bart is
Let's
on
just call him
5-0. Andre is on 5-0, and then you've got Dario and Hans, both currently on. Was that Hans? This is round 6, isn't
This
it?
is round 6. This is
So-
the beginning of
so,
round.
yeah.
This is the beginning of the round.
So Hans is through now at 5-1. Grand. So we still got Brendan Quigley from Ireland to play, Thomas Isaac, Matthew Green, UK legend Matt Green, Nicholas Wren, Jack Murray, Pablo Rojo. So we got a lot of people contenders people will know. And then I see a lot of Kodai winners on there. A lot of one samurai champion, well, the only samurai champion.
Also Christian Wolf as well. Just missed off the
Yeah, Christian Wolf there as well. Also on 4-1 with Lion. So you've got 4 people there we know are through, and then another 3 or 4 are going to be through after this round. So excellent. Okay, looking at the second chance, they're on round 5 done. Currently, Lucas Sladix is on 15 points. He's 5-0. Alexander Pierce on 5-0, and then on 4-1 we got Paul Severs, Will Woodgate, Jose Luis Paz, Albert Adolf, Russell Clements, Brian Downey, Liam Sewell, Piotr Markinovitz, James Bowen, Aguilos Fontes, Benoit Bozzetti, Daniel Wilkinson, and Sebastian Ratchikat. Yeah. Okay, and a bunch of people then, a huge number on 3 wins, 3-2, looking to basically slide it out. Okay, so we got 73 in the second chance, we got 71 in the main, yeah? And then we got a bunch of people playing draft as well, so I think we're at about 160 or 170 all told. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
So what about the clan breakdown from the from what was the top let's say the top 10 from the last round?
Well,
so if you take a look, we've got Phoenix all the way up on top. I mean, we've seen Lucas's deck already today, and it's a nice prospect. I mean, he's got a good game against Dishonor. He's shown that already against Crab.
Yep,
And
certainly.
he's probably got a pretty tight game against Military too. And we've got Unicorn high up there, 2 Mantis very high. So we've seen hands twice now. We know he's got heavy early pressure, capitalizing as much as possible on that additional economy from the Mantis box, using followers to press the advantage. We've seen it. We haven't seen Andre Rin, and he's an interesting prospect at 5-0.
Next round, I want to see 2 people on 4-2. That's what we pick next round. We want people with some skin in the game.
We want the hungry.
Yeah, we want some skin in the game.
players.
4-2s,
Where it all matters.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's ratchet that pressure on,
You just get bored with just before you get to the Irish guy. It just stops. I didn't know. But he's Irish.
All right, we're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be back with round 7.